Welcome to So Northern Quilting. I am Bethany Rose, and today we are doing some more quilting things. I'm making a Dresden plate. I've cut out all the pieces and we're gonna sew them together, and I've never made a Dresden plate before, so that's kind of fun, isn't it? And it wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be, so let's crack on and get sewing. Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, let's crack on. Make a cup of tea. It's probably gonna be a long one, although I think I'm getting good at the timings. I think I tend to have them be just under an hour, and I feel like that's okay. You let me know, because I could probably do 2 videos a week about half an hour each, or 1 video that's 1 hour. 1 hour ish. I feel like that's okay though. You let me know what you think. I feel like that's okay. I like to watch telly. I like to watch YouTube and telly and stuff while I'm sewing. So that's what I thought that you can do while you watch the videos. Yeah, and let me know what you want to see more of. Do you like the studio vlogs? Should I do more tutorials as well as the studio vlogs? Do you not like the studio vlogs? What tell me what you want. I'm going to make stuff you want to watch. You tell me. I'm just uploading next week's video on YouTube. That tends to take quite a while. It tends to take like a couple of hours to upload to YouTube, which is a bit annoying. I think I need to have a Google of trying to get the file size knocked down a bit. But yeah. But I'm giving the improv quilting a little bit of a break because I feel like I need a little bit of a break from it. But who knows? It's gonna stay up there, and if I need it, if I need a design wall for in the future, then it's gonna be they'll be put in a box, and then they'll take them out again, and then we'll see where we're at, and then but yeah, let's crack on with the Dresdens. Okay, so what we're going to do is we've got the fabric, 5-inch square, and the Dresden template, and I'm going to cut this one side off. It can be a bit tricky. Like that, and then I'm going to cut this other side and move that to one side, and you can actually get 2 out of your 5-inch square, so you only really need 10 5-inch squares, so that's good. 10 for one Dresden plate. So then we can pick and choose the best patterns. And I've not actually got 20 of these squares, so it's good that we can pick and choose. So I'm just going to stand up because that makes it easier for me, and I'm going to start this way because I'm right-handed and it was a bit awkward to cut out. Okay. I'm going to layer them up with the other ones and come this way. Make sure that's lined up and there, and line them up on the other one. And just repeat with all the squares until you've got the number that you need. Just like this. Like that. And then the last lot. Just like that. So now we can move on to the next step of folding the Dresdens. And what you do is just fold it in half like this, so the points at the top match. There, you can finger press it, and then you just sew a 1/4 inch from that edge, and you can chain piece them. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back to you when we've done all that. Okay, so I've sewn all of the pieces together from one lot of fabric. I've still got the other lot of fabric here, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut the threads, and then we can turn them inside out and then start arranging the Dresden plate together. Okay, so what we do is turn it, put your thumb inside and you just turn it round, and then you can get like a little pokey tool. Some people say to use the edge of your scissors, the tip of your scissors, but I find that I just end up snipping it through by accident. And then I'm just going to crease that like that, and what I've done is I've lined up the sewn line to the crease line in the middle. It's very faint because I only finger pressed it, but it's there. So I'm going to lay that on my ironing board, and then I will press it flat into it. So that's all you do. If you can't see the crease that you've made when you were sewing the fold, you can press it beforehand with your iron so that it's a sharper crease, like that. Just going to put it on there too. poke it all through because you want it to be a sharp point. I'm going to change the camera angle because this one's a bit short. So now I have pressed all of the Dresden blocks, points, and I'm gonna lay them out and see where I want them in relation to each other. And then I'm gonna start sewing two together. So those two are basically the same pattern, so I don't want them next to each other. I want a varied patterns with each other. And how many have I got in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. So let's pick two randomly. I'm not looking. Pick this one and this one. And that one and that one. Okay, I like that one that I picked because that's different. I think this is the same pattern, but it's vastly different from that one. This one is quite similar. That one is similar. That one is very similar. I think we need more white space, so I'm going to pick that bit. I'm going to pick that one, and let me see, what else have we got? Oh, I quite prefer this one with the cheetah leopard one instead of this one where you can't really see it. So I'm going to go for that one. So we'll use that one again. And let's see. I suppose that pinky one is a bit different to that pinky one. And then let's pick the yellow one again. Oh no, we only need 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they can go back in the bag for next time. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sew these ones the same, get them all to the same point as these ones, and then what we'll do is we'll start sewing them together. just line up the point. The point is what matters. It doesn't matter if it's a bit skew-whiff at the bottom because you cover that with a circle anyway. So make sure that you join the point to each other. Okay. The point is what matters. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some clips. I've got pens and stuff under clips. Let's get some clips out so that we know that that's what we're doing. Okay. So I'm just going to clip the corner where they join. That point is the bit that matters. But don't worry if you don't do it, because you can always make them again. And I don't think it really matters if it's not perfect, because, well, there's no such thing as perfect, but also because people won't see that. They'll just be like, oh my god, you made that? You'll be like, yes, I did. So that's all that matters. So I wouldn't worry about it. Right, so I'm gonna get on doing this and then come back to you when it's time to sew them together. Like I said, I'm gonna remake these ones and then we'll start sewing them together to make our Dresden plate. So I am gonna start sewing the first Dresden points, and let's see how it goes. I'm gonna do chain piecing and then we'll unveil them all at the end. Okay, so I'm going to iron all these pieces open now. Not open seams necessarily, I'm just going to press them whichever way they want to be, and then we'll sew them again, and then press, and then again, and then press, and so on and so forth until we've got the Dresden plate. But I like how it's coming together, and it's not difficult. You just line up the points, so like here they don't match up at the end, but that doesn't matter because it's going to be covered by a circle anyway. So yeah, I really like it. I think it's really fun. So I'm going to do that and I'll come back to you when it's all finished. the Dresden block now. Look at that, it looks so cool. I'm so excited. So what I'm thinking to do is, what you have to do, you have to applique the block onto the background fabric. So what I'm going to do is, I'm thinking to do white and also white in the middle for the applique circle. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to do that and then we'll have finished it. Okay, so what I've done is I've cut out my background square and I've folded it in half, and I'm just going to iron it dead quick. And then I'm going to fold it the other way and iron that again so that I've got the exact centre of the block. And then what I'm going to do, that way, I've got my pins and I've got my Dresden block, and what I'm going to do is I'm laying it so that the centres are in the valleys of the block. Okay, and then I'm going to take my pins, and these are the iron pins. These are safe to iron. I think they're called magic pins. And I'm just gonna pin a few. And then I'm going to take that to the iron, like that. I'm going to iron that now. And what I need to do as well is find a circle that is big enough to cover. Oh, I'm going to draw around my pot. Onto, I've got some freezer paper. I'm just going to cut that because the spiky edge is not playing. Okay. There we go. Cut that, and I'm gonna empty my pot. It's got lots of dust in it. And I'm going to draw around that with my biro pen. I'm going to make sure that I'm not doing it in the middle. So when I can take the label off. I didn't realise the label was on. So and then I can put all the things back in the pot. So then I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to sit down to cut it out. Move the table further down. And I'll zoom you in a bit. There you go. Like that. Can save that for another project. And I've got this leftover white fabric from cutting out the square. I've got 2 squares now. And bits on there. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to iron the circle on the fabric here. Cut off this excess bit and this excess bit. There you go. So now I'm just going to iron that and then we can cut it out. I'm going to turn it over and iron from the other side. And then I'm going to put the thingy on it, the clapper on it. And I think what I'm going to do for sewing them on is I am going to do a zigzag stitch around it. I think that would look nice, and I'm just using white thread. I'm going to undo this and I'm just going to see if I can get it to be a bit flatter because it's quite raised from the folds. So I'll be back and I'll do that and I'll be back. Okay, so I realised that I forgot to I've decided I want to make a cushion cover for the Dresden, and I'm going to have it on black instead of white because I'm going to have the background of the back of the cushion be black instead of white, because then it won't get as dirty, or it won't look as dirty. Can't think of anything worse than having a white cushion. So my cushion is about 17 inches. It's 43 centimetres. So I'm going to cut my fabric to be 20 inches, because then we can always cut it down 20 inches ish. Okay, so I'm going to cut that to be 20 inches ish. Okay, and then that's on the fold. So I'm going to fold that out, unfold it, and this way. got it wrong already. Oh, that's 20, that's 20. I don't know what's going on with the cutting mat. So I'm just going to get my scissors and cut this straight across. Ish. Not this is why we go bigger than the actual measurement, so we can cut it down afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to get the Dresden, and I think the colours pop better on the black than they do the white, so ish. And then I've got leftover, so I can make the circle. So I'm going to cut that down to the proper size. Let me measure let me find the label for the cushion. So it's 43 centimetres square and that's 17 inches. So what I'm going to do is with my crease marker thingy, I'm going to measure 17. For ease, and because it's here, so 17, and for seam allowance let's do half an inch of seam allowance. Move that to its thick line so that I can see it properly. And move this bottom fabric because that needs to be cut in two for the envelope back. I'm not messing around with zips and whatnot, it's not worth it. So then do the same on this side. Like that. And then do the same top and bottom. This way, top and bottom this way. So 17 is, let's pull up a little bit. Here and here. And there. So now turn that around. can fold that over and take that to the iron bed quick. For now, we've got the Dresden, and I'm going to line that up so that the folds, the points, or the valley of the Dresden are in the middle of the fold line, like that. And then like that, and then I'm going to get my pins. That's not right. Oh, for goodness sake. So, oh, there's another pin. Right, okay. Okay, there. Like that. And that one is right there. And then that, and then we can cut out the circle, which I've done out of freezer paper, and it's going to go there like that in the middle, but in black. So I'm going to do that now, and let's make us a Dresden cushion. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a circle. Where's my pen gone? Okay, I'm going to cut out a circle. I'm going to draw around my circle template. That's just freezer paper, and it's easy to draw around this way, like this. And then what I'm going to do is cut it out with the seam allowance. Also, because it's dark fabric, it's black, the patterned fabric won't show through, whereas it would with the white. So now I'm going to get my scissors and I'm going to cut out I'm just going to cut it straight that, and then cut that and that over, and then I'm just going to cut out with the seam allowance. Just eyeballing it. That, and then I'm going to get my needle thread. And I'm going to double the thread because that's how I feel comfortable and stitching. But it's just going to be a running stitch. Around. So then on the line I'm going to start inside because that side is the outside. So pull that up and I'm just going to go around with a running stitch, and I'm doing a few together, as many as I can fit on the needle, and then pull that through. And then continue around. So when I've done that, I'll come back to you and I'll show you the next step. I had a little bit of trouble with getting the circle to gather properly. I don't know why, but I used I cut out some cardboard and I used this pot instead of this big one. It will still cover the Dresden bits, the point bits, the bit that we're covering, but I've done that now. It's been so difficult to try and figure out how to do it, and I don't understand why, but I've done that now. So I'm going to press that, move it more in the middle, I think, and I'm going to press that, and then I'll tie it off now, I think. I'm going to tie it off, and then I'm going to press it and take the cardboard out, and then we'll get ready to put it on our Dresden plate, and then we can make a cushion. I'm so excited. So I'm going to do that now. Right, and I'm going to take the circle out. Hopefully I've not made a mistake by undoing it, which I think I did. I think I made a mistake by undoing it, by threading it properly. But hopefully I can iron it back into shape. That will do, won't it? I'm going to put that under the thingy. And then put the needle back in the thing. And then we can get to assembling our Dresden. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a normal foot on the sewing machine and just sew that in place, and I'm going to do a little mini zigzag stitch on the points, and then I'll come back in and do a little mini zigzag stitch around the circle like that. Not a perfect circle without the cardboard in, but I don't know what else to do. It's so difficult. So, well, it's not, I just don't know why it's not working for me. So I'm gonna do that, keep that under the clapper, and I'll get to sewing that, and then I will come back to you when I've done the stitch around here and the zigzag stitches, and then we'll sew on the applique circle together. Let's do that. I have sewn the Dresden points onto the fabric, and now I'm going to do a little mini zigzag stitch on the circle. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to give it a good press, and then I'll show you when it's finished. I'm going to stick it on the wall. So let's get on with that. Now, and I think it looks really good. It was a little bit tricky to get it neatly all the way around, but I did it, and no one's going to look that closely anyway. So now I'm going to put it on the wall. I think that looks so cool. And now let's try it with the cushion. So bring the cushion over. There we go. Look at that, that is so cool. So now I'm going to make the cushion back, and then we'll put the cushion in it. So then we've got a proper cushion. We've got a cushion. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I've decided that I want to quilt the cushion. So I've put it on some backing, on some batting, and I've decided that I'm going to use this lovely variegated thread which we sell in our shop. It's number 1609, and I've just pulled some out, and I think that it's going to blend really well with all the colours. I'm just going to do my all over doodle quilting, and I'm just going to wing it as normal. I don't have a plan, I'm just going to do it. So I'm going to thread up the needle, and get this going. So, and I'm using black on the back because I don't want to waste the pretty thread with the bobbin. So I just think it's really cool, and I thought that you might like to see some of the things that we sell in the shop in action. So yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I'm really excited. I think it's really cool. Yeah, let's get into it. The fun quilting. So I'm just gonna start off in the middle, and I don't baste the quilt. It's only so small. It's only small, so I don't need to baste it. So, and I'm starting off in the middle, and I can pull it tight when it's needed, so it shouldn't buckle underneath or anything like that. So let's get doing it. I'm so excited to do the free motion quilting with this beautiful thread. So yeah, let's get to it. pin on the cushion cover. I'll put it up on the wall so you can see. There we go. It's not staying on the wall. Hang on. So let me see if I can show you. Hang on. So very me quilting. I've done my flowers that I normally do in the middle, and then I did swirls, and then I did pebbles around the outside to finish it off. And I love it. The thread colour blends in so well to all the fabric, and it shows off in the background, and it is just so cool. So now we can start making the cushion cover properly, and then we'll have a finished cushion, and I'm so excited. Okay, so I've got the cushion cover right side up. Oh, this is what it looks like on the back, by the way. I think it looks so cool. So right side's up. Have one seam, right side's down, place on the bottom, and the other seam, right side's down, face on the top. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin it together, but I'm going to turn it that way so that I can see where to sew, because I don't want to trim it all again just yet. I'm going to pin. In fact, I'm going to clip it because that will be easier for me to do. Clip. I'm going to come back when it's all pinned and clipped the cushion cover together. So now I'm going to sew it, and what I'm going to do is I am going to go back and forth at the corners and where the cushion overlaps in both places, so that those are the strongest parts. And I'm going to start more or less in the middle before this first seam. Like that. So I'm going to sew this, and then I'll be back with you when I'm going to put it in the cushion. Okay, so I have now turned it inside out, and now I just need to poke out the corners and give it a good iron, and then we can put it in the cushion. I'm so excited. So let me find my little turnarounder blue thing, which is here. Got it. Turn it around, poke out the corners, nice and sharp corners. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I can't wait. And one more side. Right. Okay. And now I'm going to iron it. Oh, it looks so cool. Oh, it looks so cool. And that's the back. Oh, I'm so excited. Right, we're going to iron it. And I'm sort of rolling the seam to the back, if that makes sense. It's sort of going that way anyway. I'm so excited. So excited. I am so excited. Right. Okay. This is the cushion. I'm so excited. Right, let's put it in the cushion. Let's put it in the cushion and then it's finally a cushion. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I told you I'm excited. I'm so excited. Right, okay. In. This better fit, otherwise I am literally making a stuffing cushion myself. Because I worked so hard on it. Then we grab this bottom bit. Okay. It looks so deformed. that nice and neat in there. Oh my god. Oh, that looks so cool. Oh my god, I made it. I made a cushion. I'm so excited. Oh my god. Right, okay. The camera's being weird. Right. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Literally made a cushion. We made a cushion. Please share all the pictures of you making the cushion and share them with me, please. I'm so excited that I'm going to make more cushions. Definitely. It looks so cool. The only thing I would say is definitely the inside flap doesn't need to be as tall because it was a little bit of a stretch, like it was a bit tough to get it in, but it's in and it's on and it looks absolutely amazing. Oh, I kind of want to make like a million more pillow cushions. I'm so excited. I might even make some pillows to go on a quilt. When I make a quilt for my bed, I can make some matching pillows and matching cushions, and it looks so cool. And we only used 10 5-inch squares, 10 charm squares. Technically, you can make it with 10 charm squares. I'm so excited. So excited. It is so cool. I love it. I love the feel. I love the quilting. Can you imagine when it's washed and it all goes poofy? Oh, and it looks amazing. It's seamless on the back. You can't see the front from the back. You can't see the back from the front. Oh my god. I made a cushion. I'm so excited.